Welcome to Ireland, a land of ancient legends, emerald landscapes, and warm hospitality. Nestled on the western edge of Europe, Ireland is a country where the past lingers in every stone wall and castle ruin, where the present flows with music, poetry, and laughter, and where nature reveals its wildest beauty in every direction. From rugged coastlines to serene lakes, from bustling cities to quiet villages, the wonders of Ireland offer a journey of inspiration and discovery. Ireland's charm lies not only in its iconic landmarks but also in the spirit of its people. Known for their storytelling, wit, and kindness, the Irish welcome travelers with open hearts and eager smiles. Whether you're sipping a pint in a traditional pub, hiking a misty mountain trail, or standing in awe of a wind-swept cliff, Ireland makes you feel like you've stepped into a storybook, a place where magic and history live side by side. As we embark on this journey through the wonders of Ireland, prepare to be captivated by ancient forts, dramatic headlands, and fairy tale villages. Each stop unveils a piece of Ireland's soul, a land that whispers its secrets to those who pause to listen. Let's begin our adventure through the heart of the Emerald Isle. Donegal. In the remote northwest of Ireland lies Donegal, a county of raw, untamed beauty. Known for its dramatic landscapes, rugged coastlines, and Gaelic heritage, Donegal offers some of Ireland's most breathtaking scenery. This is a land where mountains meet the sea, where towering cliffs plunge into the Atlantic, and where traditional culture remains alive and thriving. Slieve League, among the highest sea cliffs in Europe, provides staggering ocean views and windswept hiking trails. Connemara National Park, with its lush forests, glacial valleys, and historic castle, is a serene escape into nature. The beaches, such as those in Moher or Portsalon, are wild and largely untouched, ideal for quiet reflection or adventurous surfing. What truly sets Donegal apart is its authenticity. Irish is still spoken in parts of the county, music spills from tiny pubs, and time seems to slow in its sleepy towns and villages. Donegal is Ireland at its most elemental, powerful, poetic, and pure. Cliffs of Moher. Rising over 700 feet above the Atlantic Ocean, the Cliffs of Moher are one of Ireland's most iconic natural wonders. Stretching for about 14 kilometers along the west coast in County Clare, these dramatic cliffs offer some of the most awe-inspiring coastal views in Europe. On a clear day, visitors can see the Aran Islands, Galway Bay, and even the 12 bends of Connemara in the distance. But even when shrouded in mist, the cliffs evoke a mysterious beauty that's equally captivating. O'Brien's Tower, a stone lookout built in the 19th century, provides a panoramic view from the highest point. Birdwatchers will find the cliffs alive with puffins, razorbills, and guillemots, while geology enthusiasts can explore layers of sandstone and shale that date back over 300 million years. The visitor center, built into the hillside, offers immersive exhibits that deepen the experience. Standing at the edge of the Cliffs of Moher, with the wind in your face and the ocean roaring below, is to understand the grandeur and wild heart of Ireland. Rock of Cashel. Rising dramatically from the plains of County Tipperary, the Rock of Cashel is one of Ireland's most iconic and atmospheric landmarks. This ancient fortress complex, perched on a limestone outcrop, is steeped in over 1,000 years of history. Once the seat of the kings of Munster, Cashel became an ecclesiastical stronghold in the 12th century. Its cathedral, round tower, Cormac's chapel, and high crosses form a striking silhouette against the Irish sky. Inside, faded frescoes and centuries-old carvings whisper tales of power, devotion, and legend. The views from the rock are as majestic as the structures themselves, sweeping across the Golden Vale, one of Ireland's most fertile and scenic regions. It's easy to see why this site inspired awe and reverence through the ages. The Rock of Cashel is more than a historical site. It's a symbol of Ireland's layered identity, where pagan and Christian traditions converge atop a windswept hill. Kinsale. Kinsale, a colorful harbor town in County Cork, is where history, culinary excellence, and coastal charm converge. Once a medieval fishing village, Kinsale has blossomed into one of Ireland's top destinations, beloved for its winding streets, pastel-painted shops, and world-class seafood. The town's maritime legacy is evident everywhere, from the 17th century Charles Fort that guards the harbor to the old town walls and narrow lanes echoing tales of Spanish invasions and pirate ships. Charles Fort itself, shaped like a star and perched above the bay, offers spectacular views and a captivating journey through Ireland's military history. Kinsale is also Ireland's gourmet capital, boasting a range of award-winning restaurants and food festivals. Whether it's fresh oysters, traditional chowder, or creative Irish fusion dishes, the flavors of Kinsale leave a lasting impression. With sailing, kayaking, and charming coastal walks all within reach, Kinsale provides a perfect blend of adventure, relaxation, and refined taste. Charles Fort Kinsale. Charles Fort is a star-shaped stronghold built in the 1670s to protect the strategic port of Kinsale from naval threats. Its formidable bastions, sloping walls, and waterside location make it one of the finest examples of military architecture in Ireland. Walking through the fort's ramparts and barracks, visitors can imagine the lives of soldiers and officers who once stood watch over the harbor. The fort's layered history includes sieges, occupations, and ghost stories. Most famously, that of the White Lady, a spirit said to roam the walls in mourning. Interpretive panels, guided tours, and panoramic viewpoints help bring the site to life. From the highest points, you can look out over Kinsale Town, the Bandon River, and the open sea beyond. Charles Fort is more than a historical monument. It's a time capsule, a lookout, and a source of legends that enrich the already vibrant spirit of Kinsale. Dublin, Ireland's capital, is a city that buzzes with creativity, culture, and history. Situated on the eastern coast at the mouth of the River Liffey, Dublin is both ancient and youthful, a place where Viking ruins lie beneath Georgian squares, and literary giants share the streets with tech innovators and artists. The city's charm lies in its contrasts. Walk through the cobbled streets of Temple Bar, where music fills the air and colorful facades entice passers-by, then step into the quiet sanctuary of Trinity College's Long Room, home to the Book of Kells. Visit Dublin Castle and St. Patrick's Cathedral, and then tour the Guinness Storehouse for a taste of Ireland's most iconic stout. Dublin's personality is shaped by its people, friendly, humorous, and fiercely proud. Whether you're listening to traditional music in a pub, browsing vintage shops in the Liberties, or watching the world go by from a cafe in St. Stephen's Green, you'll feel the city's heartbeat. A day in Dublin is a journey through time, culture, and spirit, an essential chapter in the story of Ireland. Killarney National Park. Tucked into the southwest corner of Ireland, Killarney National Park is a haven of natural splendor and historic charm. Encompassing more than 25,000 acres of lush woodland, glacial lakes, and rugged mountains, the park offers an immersive escape into the Irish wilderness. At its heart lies Macross House, a 19th-century Victorian mansion surrounded by perfectly manicured gardens and reflective lakes. Visitors can tour the house to get a glimpse into aristocratic life, or simply wander the grounds, where swans glide silently across the water. The lakes of Killarney, Loch Lean, Macross Lake, and Upper Lake shimmer beneath the shadows of MacGillycuddy's Reeks, Ireland's tallest mountain range. Kayaking and boat tours offer a peaceful way to explore their tranquil beauty. Torque Waterfall is another highlight, especially after a rainfall when it roars down the forested slope. For hikers, the park provides everything from gentle trails to more challenging ascents, including the famed Gap of Dunloe, a narrow mountain pass steeped in legend. Killarney National Park isn't just a destination, it's a living painting, a place where Ireland's wild beauty is preserved in its purest form. Song Village. Song is a charming village straddling the borders of County Galway and County Mayo, best known as the filming location of the classic film The Quiet Man. But beyond its cinematic fame, Song offers visitors a peaceful setting steeped in history and surrounded by nature. The village is home to the ruins of Song Abbey, a once powerful Augustinian monastery whose medieval stonework still stirs the imagination. A walk through its cloisters and gardens transports you to a different time. Nearby, the Tsone Canal and forest trails wind their way through serene woodland and over quaint stone bridges. Song is also renowned for its fishing, particularly in the nearby Loch Corrib and Loch Mask, two of Ireland's great western lakes. Local shops offer traditional crafts, and cozy pubs provide a warm welcome with good food and live music. This peaceful enclave is where time slows, allowing visitors to breathe deeply and embrace Ireland's rural rhythm. Song is small in size but immense in charm. / Sligo. Sligo, in the northwest of Ireland, is a place where myth and landscape meet in lyrical harmony. Famed as the inspiration for the poetry of W.B. Yeats, the county is a tapestry of sweeping beaches, mysterious mountains, and ancient relics that hint at Ireland's deep spiritual roots. Dominating the skyline is Ben Bulben, a flat-topped mountain that rises with dramatic flair and offers panoramic views for those who climb its slopes. The surrounding Gleniffe Horseshoe and Glencar Waterfall provide scenic routes that wind through storybook settings. Sligo's Atlantic coastline is a surfer's dream, with Strandhill and Mullimore offering world-class waves. Yet, it's not just for thrill-seekers. These golden beaches are perfect for long walks, beachcombing, and quiet contemplation. History lovers will find plenty in Sligo too, from the 5,000-year-old Carrowmore megalithic cemetery to medieval abbeys and sacred wells. The town of Sligo itself is a vibrant cultural hub with cozy cafes, art galleries, and live music venues that carry the rhythm of Ireland. Sligo is where you go to feel the pulse of the land and the poetry of the past. Dingle Peninsula. Jutting into the Atlantic Ocean on Ireland's southwest coast, the Dingle Peninsula is a place of captivating natural beauty and cultural depth. Here, rugged cliffs give way to golden beaches, and ancient ruins, a landscape as reminders of lives once lived in this windswept paradise. The drive along Sligo Head is one of the most scenic routes in the country, offering sweeping views of Blasket Islands, dramatic headlands, and rolling green pastures. Every bend in the road reveals a new panorama, a lighthouse perched on a craggy bluff, sheep grazing by the sea, or the glint of sunlight on crashing waves. Dingle town itself is a charming harbor village known for its brightly painted pubs, art galleries, and live traditional music. It's also famous for its local dolphin, Fungi, who captivated visitors for decades. The peninsula is part of the Gaeltacht, where Irish Gaelic is still widely spoken and preserved through storytelling, song, and community life. Historical sites abound, from beehive huts dating back to early Christian times to the ancient Gallerus Oratory. In the Dingle Peninsula, the land, sea, and people are woven into a rich tapestry that feels both ancient and alive, a soulful expression of Ireland's enduring spirit. Cork. Cork, often referred to as Ireland's real capital by its proud locals, is a city of energy, culture, and culinary creativity. Located on the southern coast and spread across both banks of the River Lee, Cork combines urban sophistication with a friendly, small-town feel. The English Market, a covered food hall operating since 1788, is the beating heart of Cork's food scene. Here, vendors sell artisan cheeses, fresh seafood, traditional Irish meats, and an array of international delicacies. It's a must-visit for anyone interested in Irish cuisine and culture. Cork is a city that celebrates art and life. The Crawford Art Gallery and the Triskel Art Centre provide spaces for contemporary and classical works, while theatres and pubs offer live music and storytelling. A short stroll leads to the Church of Saint and in Shandon, where visitors can ring the famous bells and enjoy panoramic views from the tower. Cork's spirit is rooted in independence, politically, culturally, and creatively. With its mix of historic buildings, colorful street art, and a vibrant student population, the city exudes a youthful energy grounded in tradition. Aran Islands. Off the coast of Galway Bay, the Aran Islands, Inishmore, Inishmon, and Inisheer, are a trio of wind-swept limestone isles that seem untouched by time. These islands are a sanctuary of traditional Irish culture, where the Irish language thrives, ancient stone walls crisscross green pastures, and the rhythm of life flows slowly. Inishmore, the largest of the three, is home to the magnificent Duan Eong Hasa, a prehistoric stone fort perched dramatically on the edge of a sheer cliff. Its circular walls and sea-facing outlook make it one of the most striking archaeological sites in Ireland. Biking around the island reveals whitewashed cottages, thatched roofs, and stunning coastal views at every turn. The Aran Islands are also known for their traditional Aran sweaters, hand-knit with intricate patterns passed down through generations. Locals sell these crafts alongside baskets, lace, and other handmade goods that preserve the essence of Irish heritage. With few cars and a peaceful atmosphere, the islands invite you to disconnect from the modern world and connect with Ireland's ancient soul. The haunting sound of wind through stone and waves on shore creates a soundtrack of serenity that stays with you long after you leave. Malin Head. Malin Head, the northernmost point of Ireland, is a place of rugged cliffs, crashing waves, and elemental beauty. Jutting into the Atlantic Ocean from the Inishowen Peninsula, Malin Head marks the start, or end, of the famed Wild Atlantic Way and embodies the raw power of Ireland's coastline. This windswept headland is dotted with geological wonders like Hell's Hole, a chasm where the sea thunders with relentless force, and natural rock formations that resemble human faces and other eerie shapes. The area is a haven for birdwatchers and stargazers alike, with minimal light pollution and wide-open skies that showcase brilliant constellations. During World War II, Malin Head served as a strategic lookout, and its derelict signal tower still stands, bearing silent witness to a time of global conflict. A giant IRE, spelled in stone on the ground, once alerted aircraft that they were flying over neutral Ireland. Malin Head is not just a geographical point, it's an emotional experience. The silence here is profound, broken only by wind and sea. For travelers seeking a connection with something greater, standing at Malin Head is a moment of communion with the very edge of Ireland and the vast Atlantic beyond. Bantry Town. Set between mountains and sea in West Cork, Bantry is a picturesque harbour town that feels like a hidden gem. Nestled on the shores of Bantry Bay, it boasts sweeping coastal views, tree-lined streets, and a strong sense of community steeped in maritime tradition. Bantry House, a stately home overlooking the bay, offers a glimpse into 18th century aristocratic life. Its terraced gardens and antique-filled rooms provide a beautiful backdrop for reflection and photography. The house often hosts cultural events and concerts, blending history with living tradition. The town's harbor is alive with fishing boats and pleasure craft, and its narrow streets are lined with shops, artisan bakeries, and welcoming pubs. Weekly markets bring together local farmers, artists, and food producers, offering everything from fresh produce to handmade crafts. Bantry also serves as a gateway to the Beara Peninsula and Sheep's Head Way, two of Ireland's most scenic and less-traveled coastal routes. Whether hiking along cliff-top trails or simply savoring a seafood lunch by the water, Bantry offers moments of quiet wonder. Galway. Galway, on Ireland's west coast, is a city where the energy of youth and the richness of tradition coexist in perfect harmony. Known as the cultural heart of Ireland, Galway is celebrated for its art festivals, live music, historic streets, and a vibrant atmosphere that pulses through every cobblestone. The city's Latin Quarter is a colorful maze of narrow lanes filled with boutiques, galleries, and pubs. Street performers play traditional tunes alongside indie bands and poets, creating a constant hum of creativity. At Ayr Square, locals and visitors gather for picnics and people watching in the shadow of historic monuments. Galway's location on the Wild Atlantic Way makes it an excellent gateway to nearby wonders like the Aran Islands and Connemara. The Spanish Arch, remnants of medieval walls, and Galway Cathedral stand as reminders of the city's long and layered history. The people of Galway, warm, witty, and proudly Irish, bring the city to life. Whether you're enjoying fresh oysters from Galway Bay, attending the Galway International Arts Festival, or simply taking in the sea breeze along the Salt Hill Promenade, Galway never fails to charm. Kylemore Abbey. Nestled against the slopes of the 12 Bens mountain range in Connemara, Kylemore Abbey is one of Ireland's most photographed landmarks. With its Gothic architecture mirrored perfectly in the still waters of Pollacapall Loch, this 19th century castle-turned-monastery is a place of peace, history, and natural beauty. Built by Mitchell Henry for his beloved wife Margaret, the abbey carries a romantic and tragic legacy. After Margaret's untimely death, Henry created a neo-Gothic church in her memory, which still stands nearby as a hauntingly beautiful tribute. Today, the Benedictine nuns who reside at Kylemore maintain the estate, including the 6-acre Victorian walled garden, a masterpiece of 19th century horticulture. Visitors can stroll through glasshouses, rose gardens, and restored pathways that offer a window into a more elegant time. The Abbey also offers forest walks and lakeside trails that immerse guests in the serenity of Connemara's landscape. Whether you arrive by road or cycle in from nearby Letterfrack, Kylemore Abbey is a destination that nourishes the spirit and delights the senses. Wicklow Mountains. Often called the Garden of Ireland, the Wicklow Mountains stretch across the east of the country, offering a tapestry of rolling hills, glacial valleys, and deep forests. This national park is a favorite destination for Dubliners seeking escape, and a must-see for anyone exploring Ireland's natural beauty. Glendalough, a 6th century monastic site set between two lakes, is the crown jewel of the area. Its round tower, cathedral ruins, and walking trails offer a profound connection to Ireland's spiritual and historical roots. Further into the park, the Sally Gap provides breathtaking views of purple heather in bloom and meandering rivers. Wicklow is ideal for hiking, biking, and even wild swimming in the summer months. Whether you're trekking the Wicklow Way or enjoying a quiet picnic beside a stream, the region's peaceful beauty leaves a lasting impression. The Wicklow Mountains are not just a destination, but a living canvas of Ireland's soul, a place where silence, sky, and landscape speak volumes. Ireland is a land that speaks to the soul, a place where ancient stones whisper of kings and saints, where the wild sea sings lullabies to rugged cliffs, and where each winding road leads to a new wonder. From the windswept headlands of Malin and Mizzen to the medieval marvels of Cashel and Kylemore, the Emerald Isle reveals its treasures not in grandeur alone, but in moments of magic, mystery, and quiet awe. Its cities pulse with music and warmth, its towns overflow with stories, and its landscapes, shaped by glaciers, volcanoes, and time, stand as eternal testaments to nature's artistry. Whether you're gazing into the depths of Glendalough, walking the beaches of Donegal, or savoring seafood in Kinsale, every step in Ireland feels like both a discovery and a homecoming. But perhaps the greatest wonder of Ireland is its people. Hospitable, poetic, resilient, and endlessly spirited, they are the living soul of this remarkable island. Their warmth transforms every journey into a conversation, every pub into a welcome, every song into a memory. So, as you reflect on the wonders of Ireland, its castles and cliffs, abbeys and arches, forests and festivals, remember that the magic lies not only in the places, but in how they make you feel. Ireland is not just a country to see. It is a country to feel, to hold, and to return to again.